Oh, good day, everybody. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you like it. Hope there's something here you can use. I'm going to try very hard to stay on topic, and it probably will not be concise. I'm not that advanced yet, but if I can just work on staying on topic and not digressing too much, going down this rabbit, chasing this rabbit this way, this rabbit this way, if I can do that, that'll be good. I can work on being concise later, but if I can just get this part staying on topic, I can get that down, I can do that, that'll be awesome. I made a video prior to this, but it got all fragmented, and I lost my train of thought, and it's like, forget it. I just deleted it. I haven't deleted it yet, but I'm going to delete it. I'm just start it over. I'm going to start over. I'm going to do it right this time. Okay, so this video is a provocative video. This video is confrontational. This video is a little bit angry. Maybe a lot angry. What the heck, man? What the heck? That's kind of my spiel. Being angry is my spiel. Ranting is my shtick. Angry ranting. That's my shtick. If you don't like angry ranting, well, you've been forewarned. Maybe I'll have to put that in the title. But you know, these are worthy subjects to be angry about and rant about. This is I should say, because I'm not talking about multiple subjects. I'm just talking about one subject, and the reason is because I'm going to stay focused. Like I said, I'm not going to chase rabbits. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to do a good job. I'm going to talk about one topic. And this topic is something that's very worthy of our anger. It's very worthy of ranting, you know. It's worthy of our awareness. It's worthy of our time and our focus and our energy, I believe. Those are my opinions. Okay, so I've been thinking about this leadership meeting we had at our church. And when I think, bad things happen. No, I'm just kidding. But when I think, wow, I get lost in my thoughts. I get involved. I get invested in my thoughts. And by invested, I mean emotionally invested. And a thought leads to a thought, leads to a thought, leads to a thought, leads to a thought. Before you know it, I've got 87 thoughts linked together, but I don't know where I started. So that's kind of the way it works. That's one of the reasons I digress and chase rabbits. But, so here's the thing. Here's another problem I'm having. See, I'm chasing a rabbit already. Here's a problem I'm having. I have so much to talk about. I don't know what to talk about, and I don't know which one to pick. And the thing of it is I start thinking about 4, 5, or 6, or 8 or 10 things. Okay, and I start making associations among them. Now, if I want to talk about one of them, I'm thinking of the other one because they're associated, at least in my mind. I think most of the associations I make are valid, so I'm going to give myself credit for that. So that's why it's a challenge. But I'm going to talk about this leadership meeting because I ranted angrily about it before, and those angry rants have led to more angry rants. Now, I'm going to defend angry rants for a minute, okay? The rainbow, sparkle, diamond unicorn people, okay, who say you should always be happy and talk about happy things and be positive and only talk about nice things that make people happy. See, I'm sorry, but I'm not with you. Okay, I'm just not with you, rainbow, sparkle, diamond unicorn people. I'm more of a warhorse / broke down workhorse kind of a person. That's kind of where more my mentality is. If you want to be a rainbow, sparkle, diamond unicorn person, God bless you. We need rainbow, diamond, sparkle unicorns. I mean, my granddaughter loves rainbow, diamond, sparkle unicorns. That's where I got the whole rainbow, sparkle, diamond, unicorn motif from. I got it from my granddaughter. I had her and my grandson at Walmart the other day. She wanted, and I was buying them a toy each because, long story, I'm not going to chase that rabbit. And she wanted a purple unicorn. So I got her a purple unicorn. My grandson wanted a Minecraft character thing. I don't even know what this is. But anyway, I mean, when I was at... Never mind, I won't chase that rabbit. But something with Minecraft. I didn't even know what it was. But, so, you know, like I said, we need rainbow, diamond, sparkle unicorns. Okay? But we also need war horses, because there are evil men in the world and evil women that have a great deal of power. And I'm going to be talking about those men and women. And we certainly need workhorses, even broke down workhorses. Why not? I mean, if it can do some work, why not? Let it do some work. All right. So that's my defense of angry ranting. All right. So, like I said in my other angry ranting video, there's a sign on the side of the building that is my church, and it says church on the sign. Okay? So my expectations when I go into that building are such that I expect church activities to be taking place. And I expect the topics of a church to be discussed. Those are my expectations. Now, when I go in there and I hear political cliches and political platitudes and political zeal being expressed, I am very disappointed. And that's kind of an understatement. You know, I am. I'm very disappointed. Now, as far as I'm concerned, anybody, anywhere, anytime, has the right to express their opinion. If you want to express your opinion of a political nature, then by all means, please proceed. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Okay? But here's the thing. If you try to disguise and market and wrap and package your political opinion as a church topic, okay, see, no. See, no. No, we're not going to do that. Because you're a liar at that point. You're a con artist. You're a scammer. You're a 2-bit second-rate, double-talking huckster at that point. Right? And that's when I get upset. I don't like 2-bit second-rate, double-talking hucksters. You know, if you can't say what you mean, then I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna help you with that. You know? And if you're gonna get up and give your political opinion or your political perspective, okay, and then you're gonna try to disguise it or market it or package it as some kind of great spiritual truth, then, you know, I'm gonna help you clarify that you're just expressing your own personal, your own petty, personal, political point of view. That's all it is. I love politics. I love it. But I categorize politics as a hobby. It's just a hobby. It's a hobby that has the impression. It's a hobby that gives off the impression that it really, really matters. Like, this is the end of the world if we don't get this right, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, but I don't look at it that way. It's just another area of human interest. It's no different than shuffleboard or ping pong or, quilting or bridge, chess, art, music. I mean, it's another area of human interest. But, you know, people, the political cult followers will be, yeah, but none of those other things affect people's lives. Whatever. Yes, they do. Okay? It might not be as direct of an effect. It might not be as close of an effect. But everything affects everything. You know? So just relax. You know? Everybody just relax. Politics is just politics. People shouldn't get so excited when somebody says something within the context of politics that they don't like. Like it's the end of the world if some bozo, who doesn't matter anyway, and by bozo I mean somebody with a title, somebody without a title, anybody. You know, Barack Obama's a bozo. Bill Clinton is a bozo. Donald Trump is a bozo. And anybody who has less money and who has less notoriety, who has less household name awareness, you're even more of a bozo than those people. Okay, so everybody's a bozo. When I say bozo, I mean everybody. Because everybody's a bozo. Nobody really matters that much. you know? It's the collective consciousness that matters, because those bozos can't get away with anything unless we let them. Okay? So, yeah, everybody's a bozo in my book. And for the record, people with titles are frequently, if not more often than not, a bigger bozo than a person without a title, because a person with a title tends to think that their title bestows some special powers on them. You know, like, you're the chief, chief keeper of the fourth quadrant of the Milky Way, blah. I mean, whatever, I mean, these people with these titles. So, who was it? Max Lucado, America's pastor. I mean, it's like ridiculous, right? It's just stupid. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's just stupid. These people and their titles. You take somebody's title and 75 cents, you can't even buy a cup of coffee these days. So, I mean, so what I mean is that they're more of a bozo than somebody who doesn't have a title. Is that their title makes them stupid because they think they matter more than somebody that doesn't have a title. So for that reason, they have an area of stupidity and self-deception that makes them even more irrelevant than a person that doesn't have a title, because a person that doesn't have that title isn't subject to, isn't tempted by that delusion, right? So that's the way I look at it. So anyway, I lost my train of thought here, but I don't think it's too much of a big deal in this particular instance. So I want to talk about this leadership meeting, and this guy comes in, this bozo comes in from somewhere, and all he wants to talk about is what an amazing life he's had, right? Which my position on that has already been expressed, but I'll express it again because I think it's relevant, and I think people need to hear it. And it is this. Look, man, I came to this building because it says church on the outside, okay? And you said that you were a preacher, okay? Now, the fact of the matter, those are facts. Another fact is, I don't know you from Adam. Another fact is, I'll probably never see you again. Now, here's another fact. You put all those facts together, and the logical outcome of all of that is that, hey, look, I'm sorry, I apologize, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't care what kind of life you've had. I didn't come here to listen to you talk about your life. No offense. I came here because it says church on the outside, and you claim to be a preacher. I came here to learn about the Bible, okay? Because it says church. It doesn't say temple. It doesn't say mosque. It doesn't say something else. It says church. Therefore, I come to learn about God, and I come to learn about the Bible. Like the demons said to that guy in the New Testament, Jesus I know, and Paul I know, but we don't know who you are. And then the demons beat the guy's ass. And they were, last time anybody saw those guys, they were running out of the house bleeding and naked. Right? And that's the way I feel. It's like, I didn't come here to listen to you talk about yourself and your wonderful life. I mean, what is this? A glee club? What is this? Some kind of like a granny social club? This is not, Come on. Let's get with the program here. Okay? So that's my point on that particular issue. And, again, it's these bozos with these titles, PhDs, this and that and that and this, and who cares? Don't even get me started on Cecil B. Rhodes and the Rhodes Scholars. Don't even get me started. Okay, too late. I'm already started. Cecil B. Rhodes killed more people than Adolf Hitler. And these bozos run around with these titles. Oh, I'm a Rhodes Scholar. You're talking in a tone of pride and ego about having a title that's named after somebody who's a murdering psychopath. I mean, this is just, what a world we live in, right? What a world we live in. Cecil B. Rhodes, by the way, in case you know, he's the father of the De Beers diamond industry. And all the people he killed were black. I mean, it just gets crazier and crazier. The further you follow these rabbit trails, it's just crazy. But everybody walks around, I'm a Rhodes Scholar. Oh, let me twist. My title is reflective of a murdering psychopath, and I have a great deal of pride about that particular point. It's like, what? Anyway, so that's what this guy does. He's talking about what a wonderful life he's had. And I'm like, dude, what in the heck, man? You know, Isaiah, I know. Jeremiah, I know. Jesus, I know. Paul, I know. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, I know. About 100 other guys from the Bible, I know. About 200 I don't know. I don't know you. And I really don't care. No offense. You know? No offense. Because I don't know you. Don't know you from Adam. I'll never see you again. Why should I care? Somebody tell me why I should care. I don't get it. It's confusing. Okay? So I'll stop ranting about that. Because that's not even what I'm planning on ranting about. This is driving me crazy. Keeps falling over. I should put it, I have a magnet here. I should put it on that. Okay. So this guy, all he wants to talk about is Bobby Bowden. Bobby Bowden. I'm like, Bobby Bowden? What in the world is going on here? First he's talking about Bobby Bowden, then he's talking about... Now listen, this is what I've been thinking about. This is crazy. It's just crazy. Forget about Bobby Bowden for a minute. Okay? Let's talk about Joe Paterno. Okay? Joe Paterno, may he rest in peace. He's dead. Passed away. Joe Paterno, I don't follow sports. But my best understanding of Joe Paterno is that he was the head coach for Penn State. Okay? Penn State, FSU, University of Florida, all these like multi-billion-dollar, multinational corporations. You know, people look at them, oh, it's a university. Oh, no. It's a multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation. That's what these universities are. These universities are charging so much money for a piece of garbage, piece of paper that has a little gold star on it, right? That they're not even universities anymore. More than one person has noted the fact that these universities are more like hedge funds. That's how much money they have. They're more like hedge funds, okay? So let's just put some things in perspective, first of all. These guys, Joe Paterno, Bobby Bowden, whoever the guy was from University of Florida that went up to, I think, Indiana, Ohio, or somewhere like that. These guys are like, I don't know what they're like. They're like kings, basically. They're like princes of nations, of, you know, of medieval kingdoms, basically. They're like high-level princes. You know, because you're talking about billions, you're talking about an institution with billions and billions of dollars, you know? And these guys are high-ups. Because let's face it, the football programs for these are the lion's share, right? Or a very substantial majority, a very substantial piece of the assets of these multinational, multi-billion-dollar corporations. So I'm having so much trouble with my phone today. It's because of the stop and go, that's why. And this thing, when I put it down here, it just creates this crazy glare on the screen. So maybe I'll just park so I don't, because the sun's over here right now. I guess it's not too bad. I mean, I guess it's not that much of a difference. So, okay, so let me try to get to the point, because I'm really just like beating around the bush here like crazy. I'm not really chasing rabbits today. I'm more like beating around the bush. Let me just get to the point. Joe Paterno, this high-level prince in this multi-billion-dollar multinational corporation medieval kingdom, right? Joe Paterno's sitting up there on top of this rat's nest of pedophilia with Jerry Sandusky. And Joe Paterno's acting like he doesn't know what's going on, you know? Here this multi-millionaire, billionaire, gazillionaire is sitting up there on a pile of gold, you know, the king, the master of all of it. And if you want to get anything done around it, you got to go talk to the big man, the big man, the big man. All of a sudden, you find out that the big man's kingdom is rotten from the inside out. All of a sudden, the big man doesn't know anything. Oh, no, I don't know nothing about it. Oh, you don't know anything, huh? Okay. So it's just that football players caught Jerry Sandusky raping children in the showers of the locker room of the football program that Joe Paterno runs. But Joe Paterno is sitting up there on top of this rat's nest. Oh, no. And now, in case you think that Jerry Sandusky was just a one-off, like he was just a bad apple in a giant barrel of good apples, no, that's not true. That is simply not true. Jerry Sandusky's son was arrested about 2 years ago, right after Trump was elected, for the exact same thing. It's crazy. 300 plus priests in the state of Pennsylvania have either been arrested, or they've been indicted, or they're under investigation for the exact same thing. Basically, the entire state of Pennsylvania is like a giant rat's nest of pedophilia-loving weirdos, right? Jerry Sandusky was not a one-off. He was not a bad apple in a big old giant barrel full of good apples. The whole system is rotten from the inside out. Why is it pedophilia? Why? What the heck is this? That's a subject for another video, and I do plan on doing that. And the answer to the question at the end of the day is I don't know, but I have some ideas. And, I believe that I'm a child of God. I believe we're all children of God. And as such, I think the best job we can do, handling the truth, representing the truth, approximating the truth, is the job that any child could do when he's imitating his father, right? So I don't get all carried away with, I don't know, therefore I can't say. No. You know what? If you have an idea, say it. If you have an idea and you sincerely believe that it has potential, regardless if it's a little bit of potential, a lot of it, if you sincerely believe, then say it. If you think it might have potential, say it. Because there simply is nobody out there talking that knows. Because we're all, at best, children of God. A lot of us have chosen to divorce our father, as it were. Okay? And that's why so many of these pedophiles are running around, because they have divorced themselves from their spiritual, true spirit, like a child that divorces his parent, basically, right? I don't know. There's a word for that, I'm sure, but I don't know what that's called. I don't know the word. So anyway, at best, anybody who's ever talking about anything is simply a child of God who is giving a clumsy, laughable, right? Because when children imitate their parents, it's laughable, it's funny, it's cute, it's adorable, it's endearing, right? But it's not a true and accurate imitation. A child whose father's an architect, he sits at his dad's desk, with all of his architectural tools, and the child cannot design a building, et cetera, and so on. It's the same thing with us, with the truth. We give our best approximation. Everybody should speak up. Everybody should say what they think. And when you're done talking, stop talking, because that's annoying if you just keep talking and you don't give other people the chance to talk. The truth will come out. But the truth comes out at the time that it comes out. It doesn't come out when some quote-unquote expert with some quote-unquote little piece of paper with a little gold star on it from some corrupt multinational, multi-billion-dollar corporation that they call a university. It's really just a money-grubbing hedge fund of, what's the word? Like a psychopath, but, like demented, greedy people sitting up at the top trying, figuring out how they can charge more and more and more and more and more for these worthless pieces of paper. Because truly, you need a college degree like you need a trainer at the gym. It helps, but you don't need it. You can get in shape without a gym. Without a trainer. The trainer is reasonably priced, and he's good, and he's worth it, and you want that, fine, then go do it. He'll probably help you, And a trainer from time to time will probably help anybody, you know? If nothing else, it's just good moral support. But ultimately, it's you doing the work, you know? It's not the trainer. You can't pay somebody and you get in shape. You're the one that has to do the work. You know, so you can do the work with or without the trainer. It's the same thing with education. You can do the work with or without a trainer. With or without, you know, some pompous, arrogant, know-it-all, ultimately, like, corrupt and stupid army of professors telling you what to think and what to read and when to read it and when to read it by and prove to us you read it so that you can satisfy our requirements. Like, no. You know, create your own requirements. I'm not talking about a formal curriculum. I'm just talking about informally. Just create your own. Define what it is that you want to know, what you want to be an expert in, and learn it and become an expert in it. That's it. I mean, it's not complicated. When people start making things complicated, you know you're about to get ripped off. And that's exactly what they've done with this. And it's taken 100 years or 70, 50 years for people to finally figure out, wait a minute, this is a giant scam. You know, maybe not 100% of the time, but 80% of the time it's a giant scam. It's just a scam, you know? And it's always about the money or the power, money or the power. So, yeah, is it harder to do it on your own? Yes, it's hard. But anyway, I'm chasing a rabbit. But, so Joe Paterno was up there, and sitting on top of this giant rat's nest of pedophiles. Jerry Sandusky's son, all these and basically, now you got to understand, Jerry Sandusky's running a children's charity. So you can take this to the bank. Half of the children's charities out there, at least half. That's my own personal estimation. It's not a formal estimation. It's not the result of research and statistical analysis. It's just an impromptu, ad hoc, off the cuff, amateur estimation. 50% of all the children's charities out there are just fronts for child trafficking, because that's child/human/sex trafficking, because ultimately that's what all these things are. All these elites are involved in human trafficking, and the children there's different kinds of human trafficking, but the most profitable kind is trafficking in children, because for whatever reason, like I said in another video, the pastime of the elite in our day, maybe every day, but I can't speak to every day, I can only speak to our day. The pastime of the elite in our day is pedophilia. It's that way in our world, the Christian world. It's that way in the Muslim world. I have heard that it's that way in the Jewish world. I don't know about that part. I've heard it, but I don't know. You know, I don't feel as confident about that as I do about our world and the Muslim world. And I certainly don't know anything about the Asian world. You know, I don't know anything about that at all. It's possible. It's possible it's the pastime of the elite everywhere. I don't know. But I know it's the pastime of our elite. And as a consequence of that, it's extraordinarily profitable, okay? To find a child who has no parents, who has nobody who will miss them when they're gone, and they just get disappeared, and they get sold, they get traded like chattel, basically. And they're extraordinarily profitable. More profitable than heroin and opium. So, now, the people that do the trading, you know, it's like the heroin and the opium dealers. They often indulge their own product, you know. I don't get it. It's totally foreign. I don't understand it. But that's one of the, I believe, my personal opinion is that's one of the allures of the practice to these people, is that other people don't get it. And when you don't get something, you can't go after it, because you're just standing there going, what the heck is this? You know, you can't prosecute it, you can't pursue it, you can't even really talk about it, because people just look at you like, what are you talking about, right? Which is probably what you're thinking. It's like, what are you even talking about? So I think that is one of the allures. It's the ultimate dark interest. It's the ultimate dark pastime, because people could literally find out